Stop. Do not scroll past this like it is just another message. Listen with your heart, because today heaven has turned toward your story. You did not come here by accident. While many walk with their eyes down, you were called to lift yours. And before this day ends, something inside you will change. I, the Lord, am speaking to your spirit with urgency and love this morning. In the unseen place, Jesus spoke your name. He did not say it the way names are said on earth, quickly or without thought. He said it with purpose. He said it with memory. He said it like the one who knows every detail you have hidden, even from yourself. And when your name left his mouth, heaven became silent to listen closer. And he said, "He is not finished, he has not given up. Though weariness visits him at night, I still sustain him. I have seen your tears. Not one fell without me counting it. I have seen the battle you fight when everyone sleeps, when the noise fades and only that thought remains, asking, what if nothing changes? But today I tell you, what you call silence was preparation. What you call loss was redirection. What you call delay was protection. There are things I did not allow you to touch because they would have broken you. There are doors that did not open because you were not ready to carry what was behind them. Listen to this carefully. Today a movement began in your favor. Not because you tried harder, not because you proved anything, but because my voice spoke before yours. The angels received orders to open paths that had been closed for years, and what once resisted will begin to move. It will not be by human strength. It will be by divine help. I am moving pieces you cannot see, joining times you do not understand, touching hearts you cannot convince. Jesus spoke of you with authority, and that authority shook heaven. He said you felt forgotten, as if your prayers were trapped in the air. But he declared firmly, nothing he said to me was ignored. Every word, every sigh, every time he spoke my name in the middle of tiredness was written in eternal records. And as he said it, his gaze became full of mercy. He remembered every night you pretended to be fine, every time you smiled so nobody would worry, every time you held yourself together alone. And Jesus said, he did not know how much I love him. He cannot imagine how close I have been when he thought he was alone. I have been beside his bed. I touched his mind when fear tried to take over. I held his spirit when he believed he could not go on. He spoke about your struggles one by one, not with anger, not with blame, but with deep kindness, and he said that pain was not useless. A betrayal did not end him. I am using it to lift him higher. I am turning his tears into seeds of purpose. Today I reveal this to you. You are not being punished. You are being placed. You are not being forgotten. You are being guided into order. You are not losing time. You are being shaped, because a season is coming where the weight you carry now will drop from your shoulders. There will be mornings when you open your eyes and feel a peace you cannot explain, and then you will understand why I allowed certain things to happen. Every delay was protection, and every breaking opened a door toward what is meant for you. Heaven listened when Jesus declared, I am going to amaze him. I will show him how what he thought was gone will return with increase. I have not forgotten him, not even for a single moment. And at that moment, a light covered his throne. A light carrying your name. It was confirmation. It was a sign. It was a holy decree. What is coming will not only be a change in your situation, it will be restoration. Now listen carefully. Your home will not remain the same. Your mind will not remain the same. Your way of praying will not remain the same, because today I break old cycles. I cut off the spiritual tiredness that made you quit right before the miracle appeared. I clean your atmosphere and breathe fresh air over your home. And if you are asking why you feel so much pressure, it is not here to destroy you. It is the sign of birth. Something new is about to rise inside you. Do not be afraid of what you see or what you hear, even if the reports look bad, even if the news sounds heavy. I am still in control. I have not lost rule over your story, and I have not released the reins of your destiny. The enemy thought that if he made you tired, if he made you question everything, he could stop you, but he does not know that what I planted in your spirit cannot be pulled out. There is a holy strength growing in the middle of your weakness. What looked like your limit will become your lunch. I am healing your root, not only what people can see, but what no one sees. I am entering the hidden rooms of your soul where you kept pain for years. I am touching wounds you are afraid to name. I remove the fear you inherited, the doubt you learned, and the burden that was never yours to carry. And as these words reach your heart, the angels are moving around you. Some carry oil for healing and restoration, others carry keys for new access, because what is coming will bring new doors, new ways, and new favor right where you are, in the very place where you thought nothing was taking place. I will begin to work there. You will not need to look far away, because my glory will come and find you. What you once called a problem, you will now understand was teaching. What you once called loss, you will now see was cutting back so more fruit could grow. I am returning the vision that tiredness took from you. You will dream again. You will trust again. You will speak with power again. And I say this to you with love. Do not be scared of the process. If things begin to change fast, do not fear it. I am speeding up the times. I am moving pieces you do not even know about, but they will cause everything to fit in its right place. What looked like confusion is really the plan of a miracle being built. Keep listening, because I have not finished speaking to you yet. There is something clear I will reveal when you choose to stay, and that word will touch your pain, your body, your past, and your future. Brothers and sisters, I want to speak with you sincerely for a moment. Right now, our channel has been demonetized, which means YouTube is no longer providing support for this ministry. Yet despite this season, our mission to spread the word of God continues without hesitation. There is a devoted team behind these videos, faithfully serving day and night. As the one leading this ministry, I carry the responsibility of supporting them, but without ad revenue. Continuing this work has become more challenging than ever. If these messages have blessed your heart in any way, I humbly ask you to prayerfully consider supporting this ministry. Your gift through Ko-fi helps us keep sharing the gospel and shining His light. You can find the link in the description or pinned comment. We are truly thankful for your love, prayers, and support. And now, let us return to the message. Because I saw you in the nights when silence felt louder than any voice. I saw how you tried so hard so no one would notice the tiredness you carried within. But today I set you free from that hidden weight. I did not create you to act strong, I created you to live under my strength. You do not have to prove to the world that you can carry everything alone. My spirit within you does not grow weak, does not give up, and does not step back. Many people look down on your process. They saw your falls and thought they were defeat. But they did not know that in every fall I was holding you with my hand. Even you began to think your life would no longer matter, that your greatest days were already gone. But I tell you now, you are rising as a testimony, not so people will praise you, but so they will see my power working in you. Your story does not end with that diagnosis. It is not trapped inside that money problem. It does not die because of that distance in your family. Every detail has been seen. So breathe and receive this. Heaven has already spoken in your favor. The things that pressed you down will have to let you go. Where there was darkness, there will be direction. Where there was confusion, there will be clear sight. And what seems like an ending today, in my hands, will become a beginning. Remain here, because what comes next will go even deeper. And listen to this as well. Do not call yourself little. Do not call yourself behind. Do not call yourself unable. Those words are not from me. I call you by your real name, son, daughter, chosen, loved, and upheld. And when I give a name, I establish it. When I speak, I stand behind it. In the days ahead, you will begin to notice signs. Some will be soft, like a conversation that comes at the perfect moment. Others will be strong, like a door opening without struggle. There will be people who move away, and you may not understand why. Do not chase after them. This is not rejection. It is cleansing. I am removing from around you what cannot carry the weight of your next season. I am creating space for the new. I am ending cycles that kept you tied to old versions of yourself. I will also touch your body. Where you have carried stress, I will bring rest. Where you have carried pain, I will bring comfort. Where worry tightened your chest, I will breathe peace. It will not be magic. It will be my presence entering the places you had accepted as normal. And your mind, that place of war, will begin to turn into a garden. You will think clearly again. You will focus again. You will feel hope again without forcing yourself. I tell you with firmness, stop measuring your journey against the journey of others. I did not make you to be a copy. I made you to be a sign. The very thing that makes you different is what I will use to show my glory. I do not want you to copy other voices. I want you to return to mine, because when you start listening to me again, everything comes into order. Your faith, your path, and your decisions. And now I give you a simple instruction. Release control. You do not need to understand everything before you trust me. There are battles that are won only when you become still and allow me to fight for you. Your effort does not save you. My grace holds you. Your worry does not make time move faster. My wisdom brings it into place. So rest in me without guilt. Rest in me without fear. Rest in me without needing to explain. Because what is about to be born is not coming to drain you. It is coming to raise you. What is about to open is not coming to confuse you. It is coming to lead you. What is about to be restored is not cunning to take you backward. It is cunning so you can move forward with new authority. If you have stayed until this point, receive this as your confirmation. Your time of waiting is coming to an end. I do not speak this to simply stir your feelings. I speak it to place you in position. Stand strong, speak words of life. Forgive what kept you tied, and keep your eyes ahead, because I have already walked before you. Today I place a seal over this word for your life. What looked stuck will begin to move. What looked impossible will become a road again. And when my favor begins to appear, you will remember this moment, and you will understand. I was here speaking to you, leading you, and holding you. Do not release this. Do not move away. Remain close. And if today you feel shaken, it is not weakness. It is your spirit waking up to my truth. Amen. I am here. Listen closely, because now I am going to touch the root of what you have been feeling. It is not by chance that in this season your thoughts have become stronger, your memories clearer, and your emotions have risen without warning. You believed it was a step backward, but I tell you, it is revelation. I am bringing hidden things into the light, not to embarrass you, but to heal you, because what is never named keeps ruling quietly. And I did not call you to live under shadows, but under my truth. Jesus spoke about you again, and this time he spoke like a healer of the soul. He said, I have seen the pressure in his mind, the heaviness of his chest, and the tiredness in his body. I have seen how he tries to stay strong, how he goes himself, how he blames himself for heavy feelings. Then he declared with compassion, I am not leaving him alone. I am walking with him through this, and what now feels like a storm inside him, in my hands will become cleansing. Because I do not only work on what people can see, I work in the deep places. I do not only change situations, I change the person who walks through them. Here are things you have carried for many years without even knowing it. An old fear you learned when you were young. An insecurity that stayed because of words someone spoke. A way of thinking you repeat whenever something goes wrong. And you have tried to repair it with strength, with control, and with reasons. But today I tell you, it is not by strength, it is by surrender. Not by more fighting, but by more truth. I am entering the place where you only came with questions, and I am entering it with answers. And now I speak to you in a clear way. The enemy used your soft heart to fight against you. Use your love to wear you down. Use your wish to do things well to place a weight on you that was never yours. And you, trying to keep everything from falling apart, became tired and breathless. But today I break that plan. Today I break the quiet agreement you made with guilt. Today I silence the inner voice that keeps blaming you. Because you were not made to live always defending yourself. You were made to live guided by me. Jesus said, tell him he did not have to measure himself by what he could not complete. Tell him to stop seeing himself through the eyes of yesterday. Tell him that my mercy is new, and my hand does not move away from him. Because when you look at your story, you only see the parts where you fell were lost. But I see the hidden line where I held you together. You remember the pain. I remember how I protected you. You remember being left alone. I remember how I held you close when nobody noticed you. I want you to understand this. Not everything that hurt you was your fault. Not everything that broke was your mistake. There were things that were never in your control. There were fights that came because of jealousy, lack of growth, and the wounds other people carried. And you took on the heavy work of explaining everything, saving everything, and repairing everything. But today I release you from that place. You are not the Savior, I am. You are not the judge, I am just. You are not the master of time. I am the one who holds it. And now, listen closely to this word. A divine correction is coming, not to punish you, but to guide you. Because there are choices you are about to make, and I am going to protect you from choosing while you are tired. I am going to protect you from choosing because you are afraid. I am going to protect you from choosing because you feel alone. I will give you wisdom to know the difference between what feels urgent and what truly matters, between what looks good and what is right, between a passing feeling and a true calling. I will give you clear signs, not so you depend on signs, but so you can confirm my peace. Jesus looked at your future and said, a season is coming where what looked small will become a platform, where what looked unimportant will become a key, and where what looked like daily routine will become opportunity. Because you wondered, what value does my work really have? What meaning is there in all this effort? But I tell you, nothing is wasted when I am working in the process. Even the delays, When you place your heart in my hands, become training and preparation. What you are learning quietly today will become authority in your tomorrow. Listen, a conversation will come that opens a door for you. A message will arrive and bring you clear direction. A phone call may seem ordinary, but it will move something important. Do not ignore it. Do not treat it as small, because I do not always work through things that look great and powerful. Many times I use daily moments to complete eternal plans. I move destinies through small details. I bring promises into place through simple steps. And you will see how suddenly what hath been stuck for so long will begin to move. I also speak to you about your home. I have seen the atmosphere there. I have seen the tensions no one talks about. I have seen the tiredness that has built up, the words left unspoken, and the heavy silences. But today I breathe fresh air over your household, not so you can act as if everything is perfect, but so you can find the courage to heal. I will give you wisdom to speak without causing wounds, to listen without always trying to defend yourself, and to love without losing who you are. I will give you the kind of love that can set boundaries and still bless. Because love that comes from me is not ruined by conflict. It becomes stronger for truth. And now hear this clearly. I am restoring your confidence. Not prideful confidence, but pure confidence, the kind that does not need applause to stand. A confidence that does not fall apart when someone fails to understand you. You have spent too long trying to please people, trying to fit into places, trying to be enough for everyone, and it left you empty. But today I say to you, enough. Your identity is not up for sale. Your worth is not found in what you produce. Your peace is not found in control. Your safety is found in my presence. Jesus said, tell him anxiety will not be his language. Tell him fear will not be his guide. Tell him I will give him a steady mind, and I confirm it over you. From today, when the dark thought comes, do not accept it as your own. It is not your voice. It is not your future. It is only noise trying to take a place that was never meant for it. And you will learn to answer in a new way. You will no longer answer with panic. You will answer with authority. You will no longer answer by running away. You will answer with faith. You will no longer answer by attacking yourself. You will answer with truth. Because I am training you. Yes, I am training you. You thought you were only trying to survive, but in truth, you were being shaped. Here is an assignment on your life. There are people connected to your obedience. There are doors that will open for others when you choose not to give up. That is why the enemy placed pressure on you, because he knows that when you rise, you do not rise alone. You carry light, you carry words, you carry comfort, and the trouble's the darkness. Now I say to you, do not be afraid if you begin to see your life more clearly. Do not be afraid if you suddenly understand what drains you, what dims you, and what steals your peace. That clarity is my gift, because I do not want you to keep walking with weights you were never meant to carry. I am going to pull out what binds you, even if it hurts. I am going to close doors you wanted to keep open, even if it confuses you. But I will do it with love, because there are places you are going, and you cannot enter them while holding old things in your hands. A cleansing is coming, a cutting back is coming, a new order is coming, and you will say, everything is changing. Yes, everything is changing, but not to break you, to bring you into alignment. What was shaky will fall, what was not true will be shown, what was shall will break apart, and what belongs to me will remain. Because what belongs to me stands strong, what belongs to me lasts, what belongs to me grows again even after the fire, Jesus said, "Tell him not to be afraid when certain people move away. It is not loss, it is protection. It is not rejection, it is freedom." Some relationships were anchors, not true companions. Some conversations were noise, not guidance. Some places were routine, not destiny. And I am going to teach you to release without guilt, to say goodbye without anger, to end cycles without opening old wounds again, because what is coming needs space, and heaven does not fill hands that are still holding tightly to what has already ended. Now hear this as a decree. Your season of confusion is giving way. Your season of tiredness is giving way. Your season of not knowing what to do is giving way, because I am lighting lamps inside you. I will give you clarity step by step, not all in one moment, because you do not need to carry the whole picture at once. You only need the next step, and the next step is already in front of you. And I tell you something more, do not feel ashamed to begin again. Do not feel ashamed to need support. Do not feel ashamed to rest. Rest can also be obedience. A pause can also be faith. Silence can also be worship when you are trusting me. I have seen how you blame yourself for feeling tired, but I do not condemn you. I invite you, come to me, release it, breathe, receive, because today there is a special grace over your life. A grace to forgive without allowing harm again. A grace to move ahead without carrying bitterness. A grace to release what did not work without thinking you failed. A grace to believe again. And when that grace touches you, even you will be surprised. You will see yourself lighter, stronger, and clearer, and you will understand that you were not lost. You were being moved into place. Stay with me. Do not disconnect, because in the next part I am going to speak to you about a certain door that is opening, about a shift of season, and about how to know the sign when it comes. And when that sign appears, your heart will recognize it. This is God doing what He promised. Now stay quiet inside for a moment and receive this, because I am going to speak to you about time, not the time measured by a clock, but the spiritual time being awakened over your life. Many times you have said, "I missed the chance. I came too late. If only I had understood earlier." But today I cut that lie from its root. In my hands, time is not wasted, it is restored. And what looked like delay was actually being lined up with perfect care. Jesus looked at the calendar of your story and said, "He is not late. He is exactly on time for the level of growth he now carries, on time for the strength he gained through the process, on time for the spiritual awareness he did not have before. Because if you had arrived earlier, you would not have been able to carry what is coming now. And if you had received sooner what you were praying for, it would have been harder for you to keep it. I did not refuse you anything. I protected you from receiving it without being ready. Listen to this with a clear heart. You are stepping into a transition. This is not a service change. It is a change of season. And when seasons change, some things stop growing while other things begin to rise. That is why you have felt uneasy. That is why what once satisfied you now feels empty. That is why some conversations no longer move the same way. It does not mean something is wrong with you. It means you are crossing into another season. Jesus said, "Tell him not to force the old to fit inside the new, because some structures have already completed their purpose. Some ways of thinking helped you survive, but they cannot help you move forward. Some habits protected you when you were hurt, but now they hold you back. And I, as a loving Father, do not pull you out by force. I invite you to let them go willingly, because what is coming needs lightness, not heaviness. Now I want to speak to you about a door, yes, a true door, even if your eyes cannot always see it. You have prayed for it. You have dreamed about it. At times you have felt it near, and at other times you believed it was closed forever. But listen, that door is not closed. It is being guarded. Guarded until you enter with the right identity. Because not every door opens through pressure. Some doors open through alignment. Jesus declared, when he enters, he will not enter begging for permission. You will enter with authority, because he is not entering as a stranger. He is entering as an heir. And that door is not opening so you can repeat old patterns, but so you can begin a new way of walking. That is why I have worked so deeply inside you. That is why I have been careful with what I allowed and what I held back, because what waits behind that door is not small, and I could not place it in your hands while you still doubted who you are. Now I tell you something important. There will be a confirmation. It will not be noisy, but it will be clear. It will not come with fear, but with peace. It will not force you. It will draw you closer. And when it arrives, you will know, because you will not need to convince yourself. Your spirit will say, "This is it." And even though your mind may try to study every detail, your inner being will recognize the voice that is leading you. Jesus said, "Tell him not to run ahead of me, but not to remain behind either." This is a time to walk with me step by step, not by sudden emotion, not by outside pressure, not by comparison. Because one of the quietest attacks you have faced is comparison. Watching other people's lives and thinking you are behind. But today I tell you, stop measuring your growth with rulers I never gave you. I did not ask you to be fast. I asked you to be faithful. And now receive this correction with love. Not everything that feels urgent comes from me. Some choices feel urgent because they are born from fear. But my choices bring peace, even when they require courage. So in the coming days, if something rushes you, pause. If something pressures you, wait. If something steals your peace, come to me. I do not guide you with panic, I guide you with clarity. Jesus spoke about your heart again. He said, he has learned how to endure. But now he must learn how to receive, because enduring kept him alive, but receiving will help him grow and flourish. You have been strong for too long. You have been surviving for too long. And while that shows the strength of your character, now I want to show you another side of faith, trust. Trust is not dropping your guard. It is knowing who is guarding you. That is why I am going to start sending help into your life. Real help, clear help, help you can see and feel. People who will not come to take more from you, but to add strength to you. People who will not empty you, but who will understand your heart. People who will not compete with you, but will rejoice when you move forward. Not every person will remain forever, but each one will serve a purpose. And I ask this from you. Do not close your heart because of what happened before. Discern. Yes, protect your peace. Yes, but do not lock yourself away, because being alone is no longer your shelter. Now it has become your limit. I am also going to restore your ability to enjoy life again, because you have done many things while only trying to survive, even good things, even needed duties, but without joy. And that was never my plan. Joy is not a prize for acting right. It is a sign that you are aligned with me. When you are where you are meant to be, even hard work has meaning, and that is what I am bringing to you, meaning, peace, order, and a heart that feels steady again. Jesus said, tell him his story. It is not paused. It is being edited. And I smile as I tell you this, because I am not removing chapters, I am giving them purpose. Nothing you lived was useless. Not the mistakes, not the wrong choices, not the dull and heavy seasons. Everything is being joined into a bigger story. And when you look back one day, you will not say what a loss, you will say what a training. Now listen carefully. Your way of praying is going to change. You will no longer pray only from need, but from closeness with me. You will not only ask, you will also listen. And you will learn to know my voice, not only through words, but through feelings, through strong inner knowing, through a steady peace that does not depend on what is happening around you. That is the prayer that grows mature. That is the prayer that carries authority. And when you speak, your words will carry weight, not because they are loud, but because they are true, because they will have passed through the process. So do not worry if you now speak less. I am tuning your voice. I am removing what is not needed, so that when you speak, people will sense heaven behind your words. Soon there will be conversations where you will not need to explain everything. It will be enough to speak from the place of knowing who you are. Jesus also spoke about your finances, but not in the way you expected. He said, I will teach him to manage without fear, because fear made him hold too tightly or release without order. And I am bringing balance, wisdom, strategy, not only provision, but understanding. Because what is coming is not only meant to cover your needs, it is meant to establish you. And that requires a renewed mind, not only open doors. Do not ignore the ideas that are starting to rise inside you. Some may look small, others may feel impossible to you. Write them down, pray over them, and bring them before me, because not everything I show you is for today, but it is for beginning your preparation. I plant vision before I open the road. And when the right moment comes, you will remember that you had already seen it quietly with me. And now I tell you this with firmness and love. Do not turn back because you are afraid to fail. Failure is not falling down. Failure is refusing to obey because fear stopped you. And you are not here to remain stuck. You are here to walk with me. Even when you cannot see the full map, I am enough to guide your next step. And that is all you need for this moment. If right now you feel both hope and fear, that is normal. You are standing at a threshold between what was and what is coming. That place often feels uncomfortable, but it is not unsafe when I am with you. Instead, it is holy, because there it is decided who crosses over and who only stays watching. So receive this last instruction for this part. Stay tender and aware. Do not let your heart become hurry. Do not fill every hour just so you can avoid listening. Do not keep yourself busy just so you can avoid feeling. This is a time when my voice will be heard in simple things, in one sentence, in a quiet pause, in a discomfort that pushes you toward change. And if you remain watchful, you will not miss it. Stay, because in the next part I am going to speak to you about a clear breakthrough, about a cycle that is closing for good, and about the new authority you are receiving. And when that begins to move, you will understand why everything had to happen exactly this way. Now listen deeply, because I am going to speak to you about a breakthrough that has already started, even though your eyes cannot see it yet. It is an inner break, quiet, but final. It is not something announced with loud sound. It is something sealed by a decision, because some cycles do not close by themselves. They close when you accept that you will no longer return to them. And today I tell you that one of those cycles has now reached its end.